Now, X-Men, THR had a piece this week where they're saying that 20th Century Fox and Simon Kinberg, who is kind of the writer-producer in those movies, are looking to, quote, reconfigure the franchise. X-Men Apocalypse did fine, but it didn't inspire much love from critics or fans, and it didn't do great. It was kind of a...
It did just enough.
Yeah, but so it's a big, like, well, what now? You know?
Especially
you have two leads leaving.
In the same year that Deadpool is
are.
the most successful X-Men movie.
Right.
I think that's a sign that there's something that isn't connecting the right way.
And it's also, I think it's oddly enough, it's fatigue franchise with X-Men. It's been around for 16 years. They've done a lot of the classic stories. There was a rumor up right before we did this at Latino Review claiming kind of a play on something Bryan Singer alluded to while doing press for X-Men Apocalypse, which is he'd really like to take them into space, and maybe this is going to be, and this is what Latino Review was saying, that this is going to be the true Dark Phoenix out of outer space story. Frankly,
Dark Phoenix, Starjammers, the whole nine.
Yeah, like Starjammers could be Fox's Guardians of the Galaxy if they ever wanted to get around to it. In fact, for a long time, I thought they were going to find some way to make Corsair Peter Quill's dad. But anyways, I digress. But so yes, do you guys think doing basically a repeat of Dark Phoenix, which they already tried to do with X-Men Last Stand, do we have to go through that again?
I mean, I honestly think like they should just cut their losses. There's a lot of different directions the franchise is being pulled in right now. We know that there was rumors about a New Mutants movie. They have 2 TV properties, the Legion on FX and also an untitled sort of family-oriented drama on Fox that's in the works. Hellfire Club actually is not happening.
What?
I know. It's this other one, but
catchphrase.
Marvel TV, or Marvel has the rights to sharing TV properties. Obviously, that's different on the big screen. But I think people are so confused by the continuity of these movies anyway. Where does Deadpool fit in this universe? There are like 17 different Wolverine movies, none of which have much continuity there.
And we're losing Hugh Jackman.
We're losing Hugh Jackman.
Jennifer Lawrence.
Jennifer Lawrence is leaving.
And Fassbender, McAvoy, all those contracts are up.
I think that you can't do with the X-Men movie franchise what Nintendo did with the Legend of Zelda games, which is basically retcon everything into being like sort of like, oh, these are different alternate timelines. This is what happened when Ganon won here and like lost here and blah, blah, blah. I think they just need to find a way to reboot it and not try and make everything feel together and go on one path, because right now they did try to reboot it and then they tied it all back together and everything got all messed up again.
I think Fox and the X-Men franchise just need to be like, it's not you, it's me. I think I need to take some time. I'm going to go backpacking for a year or 2 and figure myself out. Like, they just need to go their separate ways for a while, and we need a break, and then they can just restart.
But just focus on Deadpool, then, you think?
Yeah,
maybe
keep running with Deadpool and then figure out how to make your X-Men omelet and fold all the rest of the ingredients in.
Here's my wacky idea about how you do it. Because everyone has become so hip to the convoluted timeline, and Deadpool was such a hit. Deadpool 2 or 3, which they're bringing in Cable anyways, who in the comics is related to Scott Summers and all that. Deadpool simply turns to the camera and just says, hey, you know what? We're going to reboot everything now since Fox can't do it. And snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden, the actors walk off and new actors come in, and you seriously just keep going with the X-Men franchise that way.
I have no problem.
Everybody would just, that's so stupid. And then they would just continue with their lives and watch X-Men movies.
Pardon my French, but I don't think Fox has the balls for that. It would be fun. It would be
balls,
fun.
I believe, probably comes from the Latin.
They did make Deadpool, though. You got to give them that.
Yeah. But I think that was like a
They've heard worse ideas.
Here you go.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just saying, I want it just for my own ego. People tell me, what do you think of my crazy Deadpool reboots
Honestly,
X-Men
I'm
idea?
curious, like, what everyone listening and watching here does think about the state of the X-Men franchise. So would love to hear your thoughts. Do you feel like it's as run down as we do? Do you think there's nothing wrong with it and they should just keep doing what they're doing even though they're losing some stars? And what crazy ideas do you guys have?
Now, in the THR piece, they did say that Kim Berg is developing a next installment optimistically with Fassbender, Jennifer Lawrence, and McAvoy in mind. But, so that suggests it's still the same timeline, but maybe they would recast. And it'll be interesting to see, but they definitely, and then there were talks of the New Mutants movie, maybe even going before cameras next year. That's Josh Boone, Fault in Our Stars, doing that one. And Professor X was supposed to be in that one. Maybe you introduce a new Professor X and thus a new team that way, too. But we'll see.
I just don't know how much patience people will have with now a third set of X-Men, third set of the same characters.
That's probably why New Mutants
That might just be me talking for myself.
But there's also,
more.
believe it or not only are they still trying to make, are they going to make a Deadpool 2, but they already, again, according to THR, are developing a Deadpool 3 that might introduce X-Force. Because if you're going to get Cable in Deadpool 2, then X-Force, his team, could show up in Deadpool 3. Or
And yes,
X-Force,
they are
maybe the
already
new
talking
X-Men.
about Deadpool 3.
Yes.
That's a
The
reality.
X-Force movie would be actually really cool. If you're going to take the kind of tone of the Deadpool movie and go in that direction, by all means, just keep it,
So you think X-Force then could be the future of the X-Men franchise? I'm looking for a headline here. People. I'm fishing.
That'd be the direction I would, that I'd go in. And also, you can bring in new characters by every Deadpool movie, having the breakfast scene from Deadpool, and it's two different characters instead of Colossus and another character. You just keep bringing them in, and okay, they've ushered into the Deadpool movie at breakfast.